What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Films by Color and to another episode of This Week in Physical Media, where we talk about every new Blu-ray and 4K release that's coming out this week. Tomorrow, July 9th, 2024, we are getting back to talking about new releases on our Monday night live streams, and I can't wait because we've got a ton of stuff to get through this week, including new releases from 2024, 4K upgrades from classic films. There's some Criterion movies that are dropping, new ones that are coming out, and also some older Criterions that are coming back into print that have been unavailable on the site for a while. So that's very exciting. And we've also got other boutique labels like MVD and Kino, Lorber and Shout Factory all dropping tomorrow, Blues Day, Tuesday. So make sure you stay tuned until we get to those releases later in the stream. We're going to have a great time talking to you guys tonight. As always, we shoot this show live every Monday night, Eastern Standard Time at 9 p.m. And I always enjoy talking to you guys. We've had a great audience here in the live chat that always bring great questions and great topics of conversation and great feedback on the releases that are coming out. I haven't seen every single movie in the world, and there's a lot that I haven't seen. So it's great to have you guys here to let the audience know what these movies are all about. So we're going to go through every single thing that's coming out this week. And I'll talk to you guys in the chat, as always, with some Q&A. So feel free to throw in any comments or questions you have. If this is your first time joining us, please leave a comment. I like to know who's here. I like to see new faces here. And if you're watching after the fact, join us live, because it's a lot of fun. Let me see who's in the chat here while I got it here opened up before we jump into the new releases. All the greats here. We got Jeffrey Patron. He's always here. Kyle Hartman, letting us know some of the picks that he's already picked up from this week. And we'll get into those in just a second. Dan's Den says howdy. Griff Redux says he's most looking forward to Twister, Abigail, and Ghoulies 2, which is also coming out this week. Josh Knoll picking up Abigail tomorrow, and Lilies is finally coming to Blu-ray and should arrive tomorrow from Amazon. Henry Bidencamp's here. Baloney explains to me how to say their name, so thank you so much for that. I like to say people's names correctly. So he says it's a reference to his mom. It's an homage to his mom, which is really cool. So yeah, Baloney's here. Ethan Edwards is here. Clinically Abrasive is a name that I've never said before. Like that name quite a bit. Welcome to the stream. And Posty's here. Lots of people here. People tuning in. People still filing in. So let's go ahead and jump into some new releases, and then I'll check in with you in just a little bit. Michael Smith says, no need to panic. I am here. Good. Glad we can start the show now. Let's hop over to the new releases and look at what's coming out. And first and foremost, we got Twister 4K getting a Steelbook upgrade to 4K. Look at this. It is a Steelbook limited edition 4K and digital 4K. No Blu-ray in this one. So sorry if you're waiting for that one. I am not sure where this is coming out from. It doesn't say it's an exclusive, but there is no price on Amazon yet. So I don't know if maybe this one's getting pushed back or if it's maybe sold out. I don't know what the deal is with this one, but it should be available tomorrow. That's when it's supposed to come out. Here's the overview. We've got the cover here. Interesting greenish color, kind of based the thumbnail on this one. I'm not sure why it's all green like this, but that's just what they decided to go with. The negative space kind of minimalist cover there. There's the back. Looks like it's an artwork that goes all the way across. And then we've got the inside, which is a lovely little photo from the movie. Just one disc. Very simple release. Not a lot going on, but I imagine people are going to want to revisit that one with the new one coming out soon. So that's exciting. I've never seen that film. I don't know how well it holds up. I know a lot of people loved that when it came out, but I don't know. I think it might be fun to check that out because I know there's a lot of, the effects are probably really cool for the time, and they probably hold out well because I'm sure they're mostly practical. Let's see what else is coming out this week. This is one This is one people are very excited about. Le Samourai getting a 4K release from Criterion. People are very, very excited about this one. It's a 4K Blu-ray combo pack coming out from 1967 from France. And here we go. It's after carrying out a hit on a nightclub owner, hitman Jeff Costello discovers a witness to the killing. Before he can act, he is arrested in a sweep of suspects. Released after the witness fails to come forward, Costello goes from being the hunter to the hunted. Interesting. So a little thriller here, a little mystery. Looks a little noirish. Yeah, film noir. Interesting. Very interesting. I've heard nothing but great things about this one. People are very excited about this release. A lot of people recommending I pick this one up in the Criterion sale that's going on this month. And a lot of people are just excited that it's dropping in July so they can get it for 50% off. So very cool. I love that Criterion allows that to happen. Even the new releases are on sale when they do their big 50% off sales at Barnes & Noble. So that's great. that that's finally coming out. Like I said, heard nothing but great things about that one. I'll have to get to that one eventually. I love French films, and I've been watching a lot of noirs lately, so that seems perfect for me. I should have done this earlier when we were looking at Twister, but there are a couple different versions of Twister coming out. So you've also got the standard 4K, which does have a slipcover, also in that green color, but it's a different artwork. You got Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton right there on the front. So there you go. You got options. Same 4K and digital, but you can get the slipcover version or the steelbook version if you like steelbooks. And then I'm sure, let me scroll down and see, I'm sure there's just a standard Blu-ray version too. Why would they not? Did they not? Maybe there isn't. I was thinking they would do that. Maybe we'll get to it in a little bit, but I don't see it right offhand, just quickly scrolling down. But you've got two different 4K versions. That's great. I love when they give options. If you're a slipcover fan or a steelbook fan, you've got both options there. And then speaking of multiple options, we've also got options for Civil War 4K. Like I said, brand new 2024 film, was in theaters a little bit ago. I missed it in the theater. I didn't see it, so I am going to have to catch up on this one after the fact. This is the slipcover version. This is the Amazon exclusive, which is noteworthy there. I don't notice, I guess this is Lionsgate. So an Amazon exclusive that's not a slipcover from Lionsgate. I mean, that's not a steelbook. It's a slipcover. And there's what it looks like right there. From the writer of 28 Days Later, Ex Machina Annihilation. Why'd they say the writer? Interesting. I wonder why they didn't say director. That's kind of weird. Maybe, I guess because he didn't write 28 Days. Okay, so there we go. We've got the Lionsgate. It is 4K Blu-ray and digital. That is a slipcover version. And then you've also got the standard 4K version from Lionsgate, not Amazon exclusive. So you can get this artwork. And I think it also comes with a slipcover. That's what they're leading me to believe with this artwork. I can't exactly tell, but it looks like it does have a curved edge slipcover there, a rounded corner slipcover. So two different options there for Civil War, and you've also got a Blu-ray as well coming out this week. So there you go. Lots of good stuff coming out this week, both old and new. I'm going to let's go ahead and jump back to the chat, because I'm seeing a lot of questions come in, a lot of comments coming in. Let me turn off my intro. No need to play that again. We already did that, guys. All right, here we go. Lots of people commenting here. Let me try to read some of your comments. Never seen Twister. Should I check it out? Let Kevin know if you should check it out, guys. Austin said Twister's kind of cool. Nothing special, but it's a fun watch. Internet user says really like Le Samurai. Dan's Den says Jeff Costello, a very American character for a movie starring a French actor. Great film. Melville clearly loves his old Hollywood gangster films. Evil Wax wants to see what people say about the 4K transfer before picking up Le Samurai. And then just lots of people chiming in, saying how great it is. Yeah, very positive reviews for that one. Gus pops in. Thank you, Gus. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for all your comments. Media Play J here, a new name that I'm seeing here. Hey, DJ, thanks for the recommendation Blast of Silence last week. Picked it up on Barnes & Noble and ended up talking to another customer shopping, and he also said it's a great movie. It is great. I liked it quite a bit. Hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it if you did pick it up. Yeah, I love giving those recommendations. I actually shot another Criterion 50% off sale haul while we were out of town on vacation with Grace last week. We were traveling for 4th of July. We were going through a big city that had a Criterion, that had a Barnes & Noble, and we stopped and picked up a couple more things. So that video is in editing right now, and it should be up within the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that one. Other people popping in here. Gus says, DJ, remember Age of Innocence 4K? Well, it's going to be only in the Columbia Classics Volume 5 box set, so you should just get the Criterion if you don't buy the Columbia Classics box sets. Well, that's great. So he's referring to last year, we picked up the Age of Innocence Blu-ray in the November sale, but everyone in the comments was like, you need to take it back, because a 4K is coming soon. Well, it did come, and it's not coming from Criterion, so that's a bummer, because we did want to watch that movie, but we'll have to get it again. Let's see what else people are saying. Ethan Yeager. Hey everyone, I've never seen The Samurai. I've heard great things, might be one to pick up. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm in the exact same boat. I've heard nothing but great things about it. Griff says Twister was pretty big blockbuster kind of movie at the time. I think it is worth a watch. It's a fun one. The only thing I've ever seen that has anything to do with Twister was the ride. It's not even like a ride. It's like an experience where you just stand on like a porch and then it blows wind at you and lightning happens. It's at Universal Studios. I don't think it's there anymore, but it was there when I was a kid. And it was cool. It was a cool experience. I don't know anything about the film though. But yeah, people saying it's a fun movie. People saying it's one to check out. And glad to hear it. Next up, we've got one that I'm very much excited about. This one is one I've been anticipating for a while, and I missed it in the theater last year, and I was bummed about it because I love me some Studio Ghibli and some Miyazaki films. This is The Boy and the Heron. I believe this is his final film, if I remember that correctly. This is the slipcover edition, I believe, or is that a steelbook? I think that might be a steelbook. The artwork's weird, but I think it is a steelbook. From Studio Ghibli, The Boy and the Heron, from Academy Award-winning director Hayao Miyazaki. Can't believe I missed this one. I wish I had made time for it, but I think everyone is familiar with this film. It was nominated for Best Animated Feature last year. It won Best Animated Feature over Across the Spider-Verse. So I can't wait to check it out. I'm really looking forward to it. I've heard great things from the people I know that have seen it, and yeah, I would see it anyway, even if I didn't hear that, because I want to see Miyazaki's last film. We've also got a standard 4K. If you don't like the steelbook, here is the standard G-Kids slipcover that they always do. I don't know if it has a slipcover or not. It's not showing one here in this picture, so we'll see. I'm sure it will. They usually do slipcovers for first runs. But there you go. You got the 4K of The Boy and the Heron from G-Kids, and I'm assuming there's a Blu-ray. Yes, there is the Blu-ray as well. Same artwork as the 4K. Also doesn't show a slipcover, so we'll see what it looks like in stores, but hopefully you can find that. That's one thing you can still find at Targets and like Walmart's maybe, is they still carry the Studio Ghibli films, or at least the big ones they carry. So hopefully you guys can find that one in store. I don't find a lot at stores these days, but hopefully that's one you can grab. Then we're going to move over to Kino Lorber, great boutique label that I don't talk about enough. I don't own enough of their stuff. This is Turbulence from 1997, getting a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. There's the slipcover on that. Very, very 90s looking slipcover. Looks like a Left Behind movie almost. There's the slipcover from the side. Kino Lorber, love their 4K slipcovers. They look great. They're not anything crazy. They don't look like, I'm not even showing you the screen, excuse me. There it is. There is the slipcover on that one. Ray Liotta and Lauren Holly. 1997 action thriller movie with airplanes. I swear, the percentage of action thriller movies that include airplanes has got to be up in the 60s. I mean, it's crazy. You can't, airplanes. You would think that airplanes are super dangerous if you only got all your information from watching movies. They're actually super safe, as Superman will tell you. But yeah, the percentage in film of things going wrong on an airplane is astronomical. Next up, we've got a new release, Challengers, getting a Blu-ray and digital combo pack. Very bare bones. I don't even think we're getting a 4K of this, which is sad. This is another new awards-worthy movie, I'm assuming. That's not going to get a 4K release, at least at this time. Here's the Blu-ray, slip-covered edition with the purple spine. Kind of nice. I like it. It looks good. Cool poster. You wish you'd get a 4K. It's kind of got the Poor Things treatment this year, but maybe someday. Maybe it'll go the way of the holdovers and get a 4K release later, even though that was just in the UK, which was kind of a bummer. But yeah, Challengers, big movie, big buzz on social media. A lot of people talking about this movie. I've heard that it's not exactly what it became in advertising and viral marketing and all that stuff. It's actually kind of a different movie, which is maybe why I haven't heard so much about it after the fact. It's kind of died down in the hype. I haven't really heard about it anymore, but I'm excited to see it. I should have saw it in theaters. I missed my chance. That was on me, but we'll see it when it comes out, which is tomorrow. So yeah, Challengers is coming out this week. Just a Blu-ray release on that one. Let's see what people are saying in the chat here. Let's see. Scroll back up because there's a lot of stuff coming through. Thank you guys so much for the engagement tonight and all the commenters. It's great. See some new faces here. If you're here from the Criterion Hall videos, thank you so much for joining us. We always have a good time talking on these live streams. I appreciate the interaction with you guys. Eva Wax says, On the Waterfront is one of those movies that just sticks with you. Random, but maybe he was talking to someone else. Official Wumbo, a new name I don't see. UPS sucks. I got my order for Parasite from from Criterion delayed. Oh, sorry, man. Hopefully it gets to you soon. Michael Smith, whatever happened to Lauren Holly? She was big for a while. Ethan Edwards says Turbulence is legitimately one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's Showgirls level bad. Well, that's great. That's Kino Lorber for you, man. Kino Lorber will put out anything they can get the rights to, and that's one of the things I love about him. Michael Smith says Zendaya looks like J-Lo on that cover. Connor says Challengers was really good. Glad I caught it in the theaters. Well, just rub it in, man. Go ahead. Just rub it in as much as you can. Ethan Edwards says, once her and Jim Carrey broke up, she disappeared. Ooh. Wow. Spilled the tea in the live chat tonight. Very, very unusual conversation. We don't usually talk about that kind of stuff. Evil Wax, lots of people have been raving about Challengers. Posty says, I like Challengers a lot, but it's not the movie social media made it out to be. Excellent score. I work out to it all the time. That's cool. I love me a good film score. I listen to those all the time while I'm working out, while I'm driving, while I'm working. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I figured that it wasn't exactly what they marketed it as or what social media made it as. I think the movie from last year, what was that movie from last year that blew up on social media? I can't remember what it is. It's that like creepy mystery, like murder mystery movie that came out towards the end of the year. But anyway, this was that movie for this year. Next up, we've got Dark Angel getting a 4K release from Shout Factory. Shout Factory, a great label as well that doesn't release as many titles as some of the other ones we talk about, but they are consistent and they put out some weird titles sometimes. This is 1990s Dolph Lundgren masterpiece, Dark Angel. It's not a close encounter. It's the last. And we've got 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray combo pack collector's edition at the top. It's always weird when they put collector's edition on here. And there's nothing different about it. There's no slipcover. There's no steelbook. There's no slip box. Maybe there's a booklet. I don't even know if they do booklets on those things. But you got to slap collector's edition on there because that's what the people want to hear. Action adventure sci-fi film starring the great Dolph Lundgren, directed by Craig Baxley. I've never heard of this film. Let me know if you've heard of it. 1990. 90s sci-fi action film, kind of in the vein of like a Stallone or a Schwarzenegger, looks like. So there you go. What else is coming out this week? Abigail coming out this week. Abigail Blu-ray, the Bloodbath edition. Oh, remember this? Wow, we're bringing this back. Remember when we used to get like really weird, very specific edition titles? It doesn't actually say it on the cover. It just says collector's edition. But it used to say, we used to like put it actually on the cover. This one, it just says collector's edition, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. Children can be such monsters. Oh, a child horror film? You don't say. That never happens. But then we've got at the top, it says the Bloodbath edition right there. I don't know if that's just for the marketing, but there you go. I guess that's what they're calling it. Yeah, this is a dark comedy horror film, which if you're going to go horror, I appreciate the dark comedy. Those are the ones that stick with me. Love Cabin in the Woods. If this is anything like Cabin in the Woods, I'd appreciate that. But I don't know much about this one. But I know some people in the chat were very excited about this one. People talking about it right now, actually. And I'll read those in just a second here. Saltburn, thank you. Somebody knew exactly what I was talking about. That's the movie I was talking about. Saltburn was the Challengers of 2023. Here we go. We're getting to Ghoulies 2. Mentioned earlier in the chat, Ghoulies 2 is coming out from MVD Rewind Collection, which is a very cool label. They have a very small collection. They don't have too many titles, but they, like I said, are similar to Shout Factory, very consistent. They've been doing it for years, and I think it's attainable. I think if you wanted to collect all their stuff, you probably could. Probably very expensive now because most of them are probably out of print, but there's a couple MVD titles here and there that we've talked about that I really want to get my hands on. No idea what this is. This looks like some kind of puppet horror movie about these little gremlin looking. Is this a Gremlins ripoff? I don't know what this is. He's coming out of a toilet, so I'm assuming it already off the bat. It's a little more. What would you say? I'm trying to think of the word. Raunchy? Is it a little more raunchy? It's like a raunchier R-rated Gremlins, maybe. 1988. One movie with two different cuts. Another horror dark comedy with a little bit of fantasy in there. I'm assuming. I mean, it says fantasy on the genres, but I mean, I could see that right in the front. You got two monsters coming out of the toilet. They'll get yours in the end. He's writing it with lipstick. Very creative. Very. I mean, he's got ingenuity. I'll give him that. But yeah, I don't know anything about the Ghoulies. The operators of Satan's Den, a traveling spook house, find out that they have picked up some unlikely hitchhikers when the Ghoulies begin terrorizing the carnival goers at their most recent shop. Oh, interesting. So it's about a carnival. I'm already intrigued. That sounds cool. I love horror movies set in carnivals. The creatures are mad after an attempt to kill them, so the beasties go on a rampage through the fairgrounds, ultimately leading to an explosive conclusion. Interesting. This sounds fun. Let me know if this is actually like Let me know if it's competently fun or if it's so bad it's good fun. I'm not really a fan of the latter, but I can like, you know, silly fun if it's done well. Ghoulies 2. Never saw the first one. Maybe I have to watch Ghoulies 1 first. We've also got Boy Kills World. This is the long-awaited sequel to Boy Meets World, and it is the 4K Blu-ray digital combo pack from Lionsgate Films. Not a steelbook on this one, but you got a lovely little gold slipcover there. I saw this. This kind of jumped on the bandwagon of the same marketing as, like, was it Monkey Man, and like trying to capitalize on the whole John Wick, the Raid kind of craze. I don't think this one did well. I don't think this one caught on, but you even got a guy with an axe on the front. So they're really trying. Bill Skarsgård is in the lead. He's the titular boy who is going about killing the world. Action thriller. What more could you want? It tells you what it is right there in the name and on the cover. Haven't seen it. Not sure how that one did. But hopefully it's good for the people that kind of enjoy that kind of thing. And then we'll do, let's stop there because these are some TV shows. We don't usually cover TV shows. There's a True Detective TV show coming out, or maybe it's a TV movie. I'm not sure, but it's from HBO. But we'll go ahead and stop there, and we'll talk to you guys in the chat, see what people are saying, catch up a little bit here. Let's see. Let me scroll back up. Man, wow, I gotta scroll back a lot. You guys are really bringing it. If I don't read your comment because I can't keep up with everything, go ahead and throw it again, and I'll try to read it in a second. Josh L., you ever seen Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks? That's a great Criterion to watch. That's life-affirming when the thought is mortality hits you. When the thought of mortality hits you. Yes, I have. I have seen that. I think we watched that last year. Grace and I watched that one together. It was a fun little movie. It didn't go where I wanted it to. It didn't give me as much as I wanted to get from it. But it was good. It was fun, and I am looking forward to more Albert Brooks films. I know we're getting 2 more later this year, so that sounds promising. Connor Nielsen, Challengers was way better than Saltburn. Dan's Den says, was Late Night with the Devil the mystery film? Also, I Came in Peace, aka Dark Angel Rocks. Oh, it does. Interesting. So it has an alternate title. Yeah, that's cool. I was not expecting someone to say that rocked. It looked a little silly, but that's pretty cool. Cinematic Vinyl. I watched Sisters last night because Grace had mentioned it in a haul video. Very strange, but interesting. Definitely had Psycho vibes. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard it compared to Hitchcock a little bit, which I like. Psycho is my favorite Hitchcock movie, so I would be very interested if it feels like that. She didn't pick it up in that video, but I know she's still interested to get it. Austin is with me. He says, is Abigail any good? I heard it was better than the trailer made it out to be, but I don't know. Looked lame. Looked lame to Austin. So maybe let him know, guys. Media Play J, Dark Angel is a fun Dolph movie. Glad it's getting a 4K upgrade. The older Blu-ray needed a new 4K restoration. Cool. Cool. So 2 people recommending that one. What else do we have? Benris M, another name. Well, lots of names, lots of new names tonight, guys. Very, very cool. Hey, DJ, you mentioned in your latest Criterion video with John that you still had your original handwritten list and 3 titles were left to get. Which titles? Great question. And yes, sir. Ding, 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 ding. It is right here. So if you have been on the channel for a long time, or if you've gone back and looked at the playlist, the very first time we went out to a Criterion 50% off sale, Connor, my friend from Portland, Oregon, he came and flew all the way out here, and we did some Criterion shopping together. That's what started it all. That's what started the Criterion Haul videos, and we both made little handwritten lists. You can see right there, Barnes & Noble, 50% off Criterion Collection sale plan. Wow, what a nerd I am. And then we open it up, and it is just full of things to get. I got most of them that year. I went crazy that year. I got way too much. We spent so much money on Criterions. I had another income through PayPal that I don't have anymore. That stream has dried up, so I can't buy as many Criterions as I used to be able to, but went crazy. Most of them I got that sale, but I also kept this list for the next couple sales and kept marking things off. So you can see most things are completely crossed off this list. There's only a few things left. Great question. I love this question. Let me see if I can read them off here if it's not too self-indulgent. Throne of Blood. Throne of Blood is still on here. I haven't picked up that one yet. Actually did buy it in one of the videos, but I gave it to a friend of mine who's a big Shakespeare guy. Color of Pomegranates. Color of Pomegranates, still up there. Haven't checked that one out yet, but it looks absolutely crazy and fascinating. Hidden Fortress. Hidden Fortress is the second one up there, right under Color of Pomegranates. I have seen that film now, but I haven't bought it yet. And I probably will, because I did enjoy it quite a bit. Quaidon, or Quaidon, I think it's Quaidon. Quaidon is right there, another Japanese film that I'm excited to check out. Put that one on the list because it was inspired, I think, by like Japanese folklore, which is always interesting to me. Chimes at Midnight. So it is a little bit more than 3. It looks like it's 5 or 6. So Chimes at Midnight is still on there. The Story of the Last Chrysanthemum on there as well. And then the last one that I haven't checked off yet, 1984, which is something that I'm interested in as well. So that's it. That's it. And then when I get those 5, it's done. The whole list is done, and I can send this off and make new lists because there's so many criterions to get. Thanks for the great question. That was awesome. Dan Zen says Ghoulies is from Charles Band's company. His movies in the 80s were infamous for building scripts around covers. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. What else are people saying here? Dan Zen says Boy Kills World looked so obnoxious. Yeah. I wasn't sold on those either. Austin says Ghoulies reminds me of Trolls. LOL, just the way those screenshots look. And then Connor chimes in and says Trolls 2 is incredible. Daikatana 65, Troll 2, best movie of all time. Peter pops in, new guy here. Peter, how's it going? Hi, I just started my collection not long ago and discovered your channel just today. Well, perfect timing, man. Welcome to the stream. Love what you do. What a beautiful background. Greetings from Spain. And you're from Spain. Oh, I love it. I love seeing people from all around the world finding my little weird channel here on YouTube. So thanks, man. Appreciate the love there in the chat. Internet user, we are plowing through these releases like we are plowing through Barnes and Noble. Heck yeah, man. It's July. We got places to go and Criterions to buy. Steelbook Obsessed is here. Welcome, Steelbook Obsessed. Great guy. Was on his podcast last week, or 2 weeks ago now, I think. Boutique Talk. Everybody go check it out. It's a wonderful podcast. He's had much more illustrious guests on there than I, but I was honored to be on the podcast, and he was such a cool guy. We had such a good time talking, and we talked for like another hour after we wrapped up shop. So very cool guy. Thanks for popping in tonight. Good to see you. Bailey Walsh. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Bailey, to the stream. Nerdy with Autism's here as well. I don't know if I told you this, DJ, but my parents are taking me to see Deadpool and Wolverine. My parents are planning to buy tickets on this Wednesday, including buy my Deadpool and Wolverine t-shirt. Well, congratulations, man. That's going to be fun. I hope you guys all have a good time together, and I hope you enjoy the movie. Henry Bidenkamp, DJ, you need to get those 3 great releases on your list. I'll try, man. I will try. Like I said, money is tight. And Criterions are not cheap anymore, man. We just buy like 4 with the 4Ks. The 4Ks are killing us. You buy like 4 and it's already $100. It racks up quick. So it's tough. I'm trying to get as many as I can, but we will see. I don't want to put my family out on the street. Next up, we've got Storytelling, also coming out from Shout Factory. 2001 film, a dark comedy. Interesting, a dark comedy drama. College and high school serve as the backdrop for 2 stories about dysfunction and personal turmoil. Very cool. Not heard of this one at all, but I love the cover. I love the old kind of cloth-bound book look. And it seems like it's kind of a vignette film a little bit. There's 2 different. It's only 2 stories, it says. So not exactly like a full vignette film, but very cool. Director and writer Todd Solondz. Interesting. Todd Solondz. Is that who I think it is? Okay. I've heard of his stuff before. I have not seen it. Let me know if that's a good place to start with his work. But yeah, 2001, Shout Factory. Like I said, Shout Factory is killing it. They're putting out all kinds of different releases. This is spy number 161 from them already. That is impressive. I don't have anywhere near that many titles from them. I've only got a few Shout Factory releases. I'm way behind, but that's cool. That's cool. They're putting that out. The Inspector Wears Skirts. Raid on Royal Casino Marine from 1990. This is 88 Films. Boutique label. Very well known for putting out their Hong Kong cinema, their martial arts films. So I'm assuming this is part of that, at least in that vein. Look at this. Look at this absolutely bonkers cover. Bonkers cover to go along with a crazy title. The Inspector 3 Wears Skirts. Is it The Inspector Wears Skirts 3? Or is it The Inspector 3 Wears Skirts? That That really doesn't make sense. It has to be The Inspector Wears Skirts 3. Raid on Royal Casino Marine. That's the most insane title I've ever seen. That's absolutely crazy. But look at this cover. You gotta mash up. This looks like an Arrow. I see a lot of similarity between Arrow's artwork and 88 Films artwork. I wonder if there's any crossover there with the artists that they use. But yeah, this looks like an Arrow video release for sure. But it's from 88 Films. So very cool. 88 Films still dropping stuff. I don't know if we have any more. It looks like we do. And it's, again, so it is. The Inspector Wears Skirts 4, also getting a Blu-ray release. A less crazy title, but still very, very similar. And it's actually, yeah, it's exactly the same. Clearly the same artist and the same style and everything with a different color scheme. So there you go. 1992, that one came out. Another Cantonese language film and another martial arts action comedy. There you go. So we've got 3 and 4. I'm assuming they've already released 1 and 2 because it would be kind of weird to start with 3 and 4. But that's what you got. That's what's coming out this week, 3 and 4. So make sure you get those. Make sure you grab those if you're collecting them. Then we've got Kino Lorber again, back again with The Country Girl, getting a Blu-ray release. This is a 1954 musical. Interesting. I'm kind of musicaled out still because we did Musical May and we watched so many musicals in such a short amount of time. But I do love musicals and I'll get back to them soon enough. Not heard of this one, but it is The Country Girl, like I said, from 1954, starring Bing Crosby. I'm a big Bing fan. I say that. I've only seen a handful of his films, but and I don't know how diverse of an actor he is. It seems like he kind of does the same thing, but he's got a great voice. Love him for that. Then we've got Street Scene from 1934 coming out from VCL. 1931. Interesting. 24 hours elapse on the stoop of Hell's Kitchen tenement as a microcosm of the American melting pot interacts with each other during a summer heat wave. Ooh, color me intrigued. That sounds interesting. I love summer movies. I love movies that take place in summer. I love movies where the season is like an integral part of the story and actually adds to the story. It's not just random. And that sounds like it absolutely is. Kind of a similar thing to Do the Right Thing, where the sweltering heat in the summer season is very integral to that story. And I've not heard of this one. Interesting. I'll add it to the list. I'm not even familiar with VCL. That's not even a boutique label we've even I don't know if you've ever talked about them on the show. So that's interesting as well. Street Scene. I wonder if anyone in the chat has seen Street Scene. There's got to be somebody. Got to be somebody in the chat who's seen it. Let's move on to The Rose Tattoo from 1955. Another Kino Lorber release. I love Kino Lorber. Like they put out like a 1997 cheesy over the top action thriller plane movie, and then they're also putting out films from 1931 or films from 1954 with Burt Lancaster. I just watched Burt Lancaster in the Indicator film from the 60s, The Swimmer. Highly recommend it. Wonderful film. This is probably very different, but he was great in that film. I feel I've heard news in the booklet and everything on the supplements that he was kind of hard to work with and kind of a jerk, but it works for his character in that film. And people say that was his best performance. Some people do. So it worked there. Looks like he's playing a bit of a different character here. The Rose Tattoo, starring Burt Lancaster, which is upon meeting Alvaro, a happy and carefree man who reminds her of her deceased husband, Serafina emerges from her reclusive life and finds solace in this man who is startlingly similar to her beloved husband. Not only does Alvaro have the same occupation as her late husband, but he also has the same rose tattoo on his chest. Seeing these common traits between the two men as a sign, Serafina, life takes a change for the better. Interesting. Seems like a very straightforward premise there. Maybe some... Actually, don't know what's going on. Is it a con? Is he conning her? Is it reincarnation? I don't know. I have not seen it. But there's a little romantic comedy drama there for you from 1954. And then speaking of Burt Lancaster, Kino Lorber's doing a little double feature here. We've also got Comeback Little Sheba starring Burt Lancaster, also from the early 50s, 1952. There he is again. This is a much younger Burt Lancaster than like than what I'm used to from The Swimmer. This one is about an emotionally remote, recovering alcoholic and his dowdy, unambitious wife face a personal crisis when they take in an attractive lodger. So there you go. Very short and sweet, to the point premises for both of those films, both starring Burt Lancaster. So if you're a big Burt fan, Kino Lorber is your label for this week. Let's see what's going on over here in the chat. Dan's Den. The Country Girl, where Grace Kelly wears little makeup. Infamous because Judy Garland lost her Oscar for A Star is Born to Her. I can always count on Dan's Den to have these little tidbits, little trivia facts. Thank you, Dan, for chiming in. Posty says Street Scene is my favorite pre-code movie. For sure, picking that up. Fascinating. I love pre-code movies. I guess, yeah, that's 1931. That would have to be. Interesting. Very cool. Thanks for that, Posty. Rose Tattoo. Again, Dan Sten says Best Actress winner in 1955. So these are big movies at the time. Big, big movies. Ethan Edwards says, I saw Street Scene on cable years ago. I like the movie, but VCL's releases are very hit or miss. Ugh. Yeah, like I said, I've not, maybe I have heard of VCL. I think maybe I have. I can't remember. It's not a label that I've have very much experience with, but it's VCI. Why am I saying VCL? It's VCI. Interesting. I'll have to look more into that label after this. Posty, I've seen Street Scene so many times. I think it started the trend of New York movies using Rhapsody in Blue. Interesting. Kevin House says Bing Crosby is great in Country Girl, but I'm still mad that Grace Kelly upset Judy Garland for the Oscar that year. Yeah, man, it seems like a lot of people are still upset about that. Connor Nielsen, The Rose Tattoo, and The Country Girl were both nominated for Best Picture in their years. So interesting that they're releasing both of those at the same time. Cinema Cola, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the recommendation as well. Do you own Onibaba on Criterion? Highly recommend. No, that's been one that's been on my radar for a while. I've gone back and forth on it, but no, I don't own that one. I probably should. Eva Wax. Oh, the chat just jumped up. I lost it. So many questions. Thanks, guys. Eva Wax, DJ, when can we expect to see the next Criterion Hall video from you? I'm hoping tomorrow. I have it shot. Like I said, we went out of town, shot another one. It's me and Grace, but it unfortunately is gonna take a little bit longer to edit. I've got a rough draft, and then we just shot the wrap up to it right before I'm doing this. So I've still got to edit it. Maybe I could stay up late and do it tonight, or maybe I can wake up early tomorrow and do it. But I'm gonna try to get it out tomorrow, but no later than Wednesday. It'll definitely be up by Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. What else? Anything else I need to mention before I jump back? I don't think so. All right, new releases. Here we go. Lady Killer and The Stranger, Monsieur Victor. So this is clearly, well, I say that, yeah, French films from 1937 and 1938. From Grasshopper Film, what is this? Grasshopper Film. Very small label. Does not have that many releases. I've not heard of it. I don't even think we've talked about it in the history of us doing this show. We've been doing this for 33 episodes now. We've never mentioned Grasshopper Film, but yeah, here we go. Double feature, 2 films. I'm assuming, oh, it's Gremlin. That's cool. I have a box set from the Eclipse collection from him. Interesting. Lady Killer. We will read about these because I'm interested in these. These are romances, dramas, war films. A good-looking non-commissioned officer at the spas is used to charming the many women he meets. One day, he sees Madeleine Courtois, a beauty who lives in luxury. He lends her a huge sum of money, which she loses at the gambling tables. Then she drops him. Lucien is in love with her, and once out of the army, goes to Paris looking for her. But out of uniform, he is no longer so dashing to Madeleine, and they realize that they belong to 2 different worlds. Well, that sounds like quite a bummer of a film, but I'm sure it's great. Have not heard of it. Have not heard of Grasshopper Film, so I'm completely in the dark on that one. I don't think it's 2 films. It says it's 2 movies, yeah. Lady Killer and The Strange Monsieur Victor. Why did it only give me 1 synopsis then if it's 2 movies? Maybe one of them is just more like a bonus feature. Not sure, but there you go. That is coming out from Grasshopper Film. The Hairdresser's Husband, another Kino Lorber release. Man, we got so much stuff to get through this week. We got to go quick. This is Kino Lorber, another 1990s film from Kino Lorber, another romance. It says romance and comedy, but I guess, I don't know. It's always, they put comedy on everything, I swear. You never know how much of a comedy it's going to be. But there it is. It looks like another French film. So many French films coming out this week. Maybe that's the theme. We always like try to find a theme of things coming out this week. Maybe it's French. Maybe it's French movies. But yeah, The Hairdresser's Husband from 1990 coming out from Kino Lorber. Kino Lorber killing it this week. How many? 6? Have we talked about 6 titles from them? So many movies coming out from them. Another 2024 release from Sony Pictures, which is a Blu-ray digital combo pack called Tarot. I think this one bombed. Did it not? I heard about this one like very briefly, but I do not think it did well. One of those small, low-budget horror films that can either, make or break at the box office. And luckily, they usually have low budgets, like I said. So maybe it made its money back. Maybe it did pretty well. I don't know. I could be way off, but I feel like I heard about that one not doing great. And we've got Fast Charlie coming out on Blu-ray from Vertical Entertainment, which is an action thriller movie from 2023. Just came out last year from the director of Clear and Present Danger and Salt. Ooh, remember Salt? I vaguely do, but this is Fast Charlie, starring Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan pulling a Liam Neeson. Wow. Didn't even hear about that last year. That must have completely off my radar. Then we've got Crocodile coming out from Synapse Films, getting a Blu-ray. It's just a Blu-ray, but it is in a black case, not a 4K. Synapse Films putting out another Crocodile film. You could probably put a top 10 list of Crocodile films together at this point. From the slimy depths of the ocean, nature explodes with savage fury. Why is there a crocodile in the ocean? What happened? Did he escape? I'm pretty sure that... Don't they need to be in freshwater? I don't know anything about crocodiles, but it's a giant crocodile, so maybe they do need salt water. Is killing and frightening people living nearby rivers. 2 men whose wives and daughter have been killed by the crocodile decide to chase and eliminate it. What a weird way to say that last sentence. But there you go. If you like giant crocodile movies, you got one from 1979. Is that the first? That might be the first. That's super early. 1979. There you go. I know one of my friends will be very excited about that. Another Jaws ripoff. He likes Jaws ripoffs. Then we've got Sex Apocalypse, which, 50-50. Part of that sounds fun. Sex Apocalypse from 1982, which is a Spanish erotic crime thriller with a tiny little JPEG of an image that I cannot see anything of. But that's all I got to work with, so that's what we see. But yeah, Sex Apocalypse, 1982. A kinky gang of sex perverts passes their time having sex with each other and committing a variety of small crimes. One day, they decide it must be a small town, not much to do but have sex and commit crimes. One day, they decide to take a shot at the big time and kidnap a millionaire's daughter, stepping it up a little bit, intending to hold her for $1 million ransom. They discover that the girl is not only gorgeous. How did it take him that long to discover that? With a spectacular body, but it is in addition a virgin. That's another weird way to say that. They also find out that she may be even kinkier than they are. Oh, she one-ups them. This sounds like a crazy movie. This is absolutely nuts. This is coming out from Mondo Macabro, which is a label we've talked about here and there. But yeah, there you go. I'm scared to even scroll down and look at these screenshots. There we go. Get good old binocular movie. So there you go. A pervy, sex-filled thriller crime movie. Fun for the whole family. What more could you ask for? We've also got Lilies coming out this week. Mentioned before. The aforementioned Lilies in the chat. This is from Strand Releasing from 1996. When a bishop comes to a prison to hear the confession of an old friend, he is forced to watch a play. The worst, performed by the inmates about their youth together, love and betrayal. He's forced to watch a play. So he's not a big theater guy, but against his will, he watches this play by the inmates. Don't know a lot about it from that, but I've already heard great things in the chat about this movie. There's the cover of it. Lilies. Did very well at Sundance and TIFF. 1996, there you go. It's a cool cover. I like the poster. Interesting. Lilies coming out this week. We are all over the map this week. We got everything coming out this week. I'm going to do 2 more, and then I'm going to jump back and talk to you guys in the chat because it's been a while since I came over there. This is from Cauldron Films. Off Balance is getting a Blu-ray release. This is the standard edition. So I'm assuming there's a limited edition before this. 1988 horror film. It says foreign, so it's an Italian film. Is this a giallo film? Interesting. There's the cover. exactly what you would. The Cauldron logo is absolutely crazy. I've never seen the Cauldron logo before. The Green Grim Reaper, and takes place in Italy. A pianist suffering from the progeny genetic disease becomes distraught and goes on mad killing spree, prompting a police inspector to investigate. A mad killing spree. That sounds like some kind of slang term. Oh man, he went on a mad killing spree and got into some trouble with the police. We got one more here from Kino Lorber, who's putting out things all over the map today. This is a Kino Classics release. Carmen getting a Blu-ray release from 1918. I love me some silent films. No synopsis on this one, but it's directed by Ernst Lubitsch, which automatically puts it on my radar and something that I have to pick up. Look at that. Such a cool cover. Such a cool classic poster. He has got his own collection. You can't see it because it's behind me. Can I move myself? Let me move myself out of the way so you guys can see this. Oops. I don't know if I can move myself. Let's see. There we go. Nope, it's not letting me move myself. But anyway, I promise you, behind my little circle here, there's something that says the Ernst Lubitsch collection. And look at that. He's so great. He's got his own collection from Kino Lorber. That's cool. That's how you know he's a good director. I've loved everything I've seen from Ernst Lubitsch, and I haven't seen any of his silent films. I've seen very, very early talkies. I've seen his first musical from 1930, 1929, I think, but I haven't seen any silence from him, so that's got to go on the list. Have to add that to the Amazon wish list right after this video. Let's go ahead and see what people are saying in the chat. Let's see. So many questions. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me get back to where we were. Dan's Den. Crocodile looks like a typical Jaws wannabe. It's no alligator, though. That's true. We got to make the distinction between the crocodiles and the alligators. Alligator is what I was thinking when we were talking about Jaws ripoffs earlier. Internet user says, but is the crocodile deaf? Maybe. There's no way of knowing. He wouldn't be able to tell you. Becky Hatzel, I'd really get into a top 10 crocodile alligators movies. I like Lake Placid and Crawl. Is Crawl the one that there was one that just came out like a few years ago. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Posty, the only thing I know about Crocodile is that it plays at the New Beverly. There you go. That's a ringing endorsement. Weber's here. Welcome to the chat. Hello from Korea. Wow. Hello from the boring old United States. You're in Korea. It's amazing. I don't know. I have no idea what time it is there, but welcome to the stream. Austin says, well, a sex apocalypse. That sounds intriguing. I don't know if you mean the concept or the movie, but both of them sound intriguing. Josh Knoll, I haven't seen Lily since 1996, but it was really good. If I remember correctly, I think this is the first time it will be available on Blu-ray. I think so. Somebody mentioned that earlier in the chat. Bailey Welsh also confirms, yes, first time on Blu-ray. Jeffrey Patron says the Green Grim Reaper, that's just what Italians call warm pesto. Jeffrey Patron coming in with the jokes this evening. I like it. Keep it coming. Posty, what's one movie that doesn't have a boutique release that you want to get one, and on which label? Well, sir, Posty, I'm gonna direct you not one, but 20 of those answers to your question, because we did a whole video about this. Me and my good friend Connor, a couple of years ago now, did our top 10 boutique releases that we wanted. Go check it out on the channel. We talked about 10 each, so 20 answers right there. And then we also did a sequel to that video. That was our top 10 boutique box sets that we wish existed that don't exist. So there you go. I'm not going to repeat myself because I've already said it in that video. Hope you find it. It's on the channel. We don't have that many videos. Just go to the videos tab. Ignore the live streams tab because that messes everything up because there's so many live streams because we've been doing this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell your friends. Cinematic Vinyl. DJ, just curious, what do you do as a full-time job? No worries if you don't feel comfortable sharing. Of course I'll share. It's not like I'm, involved in a sex apocalypse or anything. I am a designer. I'm a UX designer, UI designer, web designer, whatever you want to call it. Product designer, I guess is the actual title. I design right here at this desk. This is my office and my studio. I design things. I work from home. I work for a company called Stack Sports in Dallas, Texas. So it's a complete work from home job, and I work on products, apps. You know, the apps. There's an app for everything, and we have about 15 of them, 20 of them. We got a bunch. So it's very stressful, but it allows me to work from home and get some videos edited for you guys in my free time. So I like it. It's not too crazy, and it pays me well enough to be able to do this, because this certainly doesn't pay me virtually anything. This is very, very slim, but I enjoy this. This is my main hobby. If I could make a living off this, I absolutely would. This would be the dream, but who knows? That's likely never gonna happen. Let's see. The driver is literally me. The driver is literally me. Great name, and welcome to the stream. Gonna be to Barnes & Noble tomorrow and pick up Boy and the Heron. Hope you're prepared to pay like $40, because Barnes & Noble prices are outrageous. Unless we're still having the sale. I know Shout Factory was having like an anime sale for a little bit. I don't know if that's still going on. So many sales. Can't keep up with all of them. I'm just focused on Criterion. I'm honing in on just Criterion. Homing in. Common misconception. Honing your skills. Homing in. I'm gonna focus on Criterion because I can't. There's so many other sales. There's a Shout Factory sale going on. Kino Lorber sale going on. I gotta drink more water because I'm completely losing my voice. I need a co-host. Does anybody want to come on here and co-host with me? I can't talk for 2 hours straight. It kills my voice. It's brutal. Posty says Crawl was a pretty good budget monster movie. So that was the one I was thinking of. Interesting. Let's see. What else are people saying? Cinematic vinyl. Whoa, that's awesome. Very cool. I'm currently doing a Google certification in digital marketing, hoping to get into that space. Yeah, it's cool. I wish I worked for a company that I cared more about. I don't care at all about sports, so it's kind of a bummer. I wish I worked. The dream would be to work for like a streaming service or some kind of like their product designer for like, I don't know, Netflix, Criterion Channel, something like that. That'd be amazing. If anybody has any connections, let me know, because I'd love to be a product designer for them. But yeah, it's just a job. I don't care about sports. Kevin House, DJ, have you seen the 1931 French film Les Millions and Nous la Liberté, both directed by René Clair? Both are available from Criterion, and I think you would really enjoy them. I have not. I almost watched Les Millions in Musical May a couple months ago. That was on my list. I forgot to mention in the video, so I didn't end up watching it, but I really want to watch that one. Benrus M, random question, semi-new to the channel, been catching up on your old videos. Why was your channel originally called The Welder? Oh, we got a new one, guys. We got a new, I guess I gotta give the spiel. Very, 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 very long story. I think you can hear the whole story in the video where I changed the name over. It's just called like New Year, New Channel Name or something like that. Long story short, I got to be an extra on Spider-Man Homecoming because they shoot all the Marvel movies here in Atlanta, and my big scene in that movie was I'm the guy in the welding costume that's right behind Peter when they're in school, and he's like messing around in shop class with the shocker gauntlet thing that he takes to school. So I'm back there, had a great time, shot for 2 weeks at a couple different schools here in the area. That scene was the best scene because I got to talk to Tom and I got to talk to Jacob, and we were just kind of hanging out that whole day. And then it really is a long story. I'm also on another YouTube channel called Geekvolution, where I co-host live shows every week over there. And I told that story because that's a more geek-related channel. It's about superheroes and stuff. And they started calling me the Welder. It was like this inside joke for a long time. So when I started my own channel, I was like, I'm going to go with the Welder because I don't know what else to call myself. And I didn't think anyone was going to watch me. I thought it was just going to be people from that Geekvolution channel that come over. Oh, we know this guy. It's the Welder, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I thought it was just going to be them. But the channel kind of, it took off a little bit. It's not huge, but I got my own following. Most of my following was new people. It wasn't even people that remembered that inside joke anymore. So it didn't make sense to keep using the Welder title. So I changed it to Films by Color. That's my thing. That's what I'm known for. So that was the reason why we changed it. We just changed it, I think this year, like the year before. So we've only had it for a year and a half, and it's been going great. I think it's working well. I like it a lot. Thanks for the question. Really appreciate that. And welcome to the channel. Brian Hadsel, I don't love a lot of Code era Hollywood, but I do love Lubitsch. To Be or Not to Be is my favorite of his, but Broken Lullaby is super underrated. Glad to hear that because I just bought Broken Lullaby from Indicator. I have it back there on the shelf. We just bought it. Haven't watched it yet. Really looking forward to it though. Austin says, I'll co-host, but only if I get to bring my 500 plus Blu-ray collection with me to build up alongside yours. Well, sorry, I got to turn you down. I do not have room back here for 500 more Blu-rays. So you're going to have to find someone else to stock your Blu-rays for you. Gleaming TV, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. New name. Arrow is now having their summer sale. See, of course they are. Because we can't coordinate these things. We have to have all the sales at the same time. How is that good business sense? Am I crazy? Like, why do they do that? We don't have that much money, people. It used to be where Arrow would do their sale like the following month. Like it was Criterion in July, and then Arrow would be after. Why are they doing it all at the same time? Makes no sense to me. Lots of questions, guys. Thanks so much. I'm trying to keep up here. Cinematic Vinyl, that's awesome. I didn't know that about the channel name. Good question, Benris. An internet user, if you were in the MCU, does that mean you were dusted when Thanos snapped, or did you survive? You have to see. You have to see. Watch the films. I'm in the background. Not really. I'm only in the background in one film. But I guess that's going to have to be. They did not call any of the extras back for the next movie. The next movie was like, it was Far From Home. He went over to Europe. So like none of his classmates were there and it was completely different, but nobody cares. They're extras. You can't see them. Deer Camp 86 is getting a Blu-ray release from Mill Creek Entertainment. Another comedy horror film. This is from 2022 though. Very recent. Look at that. Another camp horror film. They should have stayed in Detroit where it was safe. Not a great catchphrase. Not a great tagline. But Deer Camp 86 seems to know what it is, seems to be a little self-aware. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's fun. That is coming out from Mill Creek Entertainment. Titanic the Musical. Because of course there's a Titanic the Musical from Liberator Film Studios. It is coming out tomorrow. This is a 2023 musical adaptation of Titanic. Did not know this was happening, but there you go. If that was on your bingo card, for this year, there you go. It's out. Unsung Hero from 2024, also getting a Blu-ray release from Lionsgate. A little family drama. I don't know anything about this movie. Family's not in the way. They are in the way. Oh, excuse me. Family's not in the way. They are the way. Look at that. Little schmaltzy family film, I guess, from just last year. We've got Fate Marjana. Left-Handed Fate from 1966, another Mondo Macabro release right there. Is that another Italian release? No, Spanish language film. Another little fantasy horror-looking film. Then we've got a very disturbing-looking cover that I don't even know if I should open, but it's called Ostermontag from 1993. Whoa, that's not YouTube appropriate. Then we've got Journey from the Fall from 2006 from Whole Grain Pictures. What? Whole Grain Pictures? Sounds like a bread company. Why are they putting out movies? Whole Grain Pictures putting out Journey from the Fall, which is a Blu-ray CD combo pack. This actually is great. I wish we did more of this. We need to include the soundtracks more. I have a couple boutique releases back there, including my Santa Sangre from Severin Films that includes the full soundtrack. That's great. Don't give me art cards. Give me soundtracks. Give me something I can use. That's great. I wish we did more of that. And Whole Grain Pictures seems to know where it's at. They know what they're doing, and they're putting out that film. Stress Position. This is the part of the stream where we get to like the real, very, very low budget, like, I don't want to say bottom of the barrel, because maybe there's some great films here, but they're not that popular. Not very many people know them. That's why we do this. We go through every single one. But I will say there are some Criterions coming up at the end of this that are completely unavailable now that are coming back in print tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I don't know why they're all the way at the bottom, but this is from Decal Releasing. This is Stress Positions. I see what you did there. Nice little play on words. And then we've got Food Inc. 2, another documentary about veganism, if I had to guess, if I had to go out on a limb there. I'm assuming that's what it's about. And then we've got a couple anime TV shows. All right, we're here. We're finally here. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. What Criterions are coming back in print? Well, I'll tell you, sir. I'll tell you right now. Sit down in that chair right now. Let me show you how it's done. Hearts and Minds getting a Blu-ray release from it's not getting a Blu-ray release. It's coming back in print. So I opened these up. First one here's Heart and Minds. I was curious. I was like, why are these Criterion releases, first of all the way at the bottom, not popular at all? And also, why are they releasing so many Criterions in one day? Usually they only release one or two. These ones, I did some digging, I investigated, I opened it up on Criterion.com. Here it is, Hearts and Minds, filmed by Peter Davis, and unavailable. Currently unavailable. So not out of print. If you're familiar with Criterion.com, they say out of print down there, usually, if something's completely out of print. But this one is currently unavailable, which happens sometimes. Like, they still have the rights to them, but they just don't have any more to sell. So that's what's happening here. These ones are coming back. If you want to grab these in July during the sale, they're available right now. This is Hearts and Minds from Peter Davis. The other ones that are coming out this week, or not coming out, but are re-releasing, is La Vie de Bohème, which actually sounds really cool. I was looking at this before the stream started. There it is. A film by Aki Kaurismäki. And it is a writer, painter, and composer scrape by together while sharing in life's daily absurdities. That's not a great synopsis. That one didn't do well. But the synopsis actually on Criterion's site is really good. It actually got me excited to check it out. And it's a Finnish movie. It's from Finland, which I've never seen. So that one is actually interesting. I like the dark comedy approach, like the mundane humor, slice of life kind of stuff. It seemed really interesting to me. So I'm going to check that one out. I'm going to add it to my Criterion watch list, maybe look into it a little bit more. And then the third one coming out from Criterion this week is Riot in Cell Block 11, which is from 1954, also currently unavailable. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack is currently unavailable, but hopefully, according to Blu-ray.com, it will be back available tomorrow. So if you've been waiting for that one, there you go. 1954, directed by Don Siegel. Riot in Cell Block 11. So 3 Criterion films back in print, not back in print, but available again. If you've been wanting to get those, that would be cool. If you've actually been looking forward to those and they were gone and you were sad, well, now you can be happy because they're available again. This is a long list of things, but we made it through everything. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me. Looks like we've got some stuff to dig into next week as well, but we've made it all the way through. Be sure to let me know in the live chat and in the comments below which one you're most excited about, which is your most anticipated release, because we got a lot of different things, a lot of different stuff this week. I think I'm excited for Boy and the Heron, obviously, and a couple of those older ones. Obviously, the Ernst Lubitsch Carmen from 1918, I'm interested in, and Street Scene from 1931. Those are probably my 3 biggest that I would want to check out. And that Criterion release the Finnish film from 1992. That one looks awesome as well, but not a new movie, not a new release. But anyway, we've made it through the list. Let's finish up here. We've got about 25 minutes left. We made it through that pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and just open the floor up for general movie chat, Criterion stuff. You guys want to talk Criterion again? We're still in the midst of the sale. Anything you guys want to talk about? I'm here. You got me for 20 more minutes, so let's do it. Austin only took 100 years for a disaster to become a musical. I'm holding out for the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Josh Knoll, Journey from the Fall is a beautifully powerful movie about a family fleeing Vietnam during the war and how that trauma plays out on future generations of Vietnamese children. Fantastic movie. Wow. That sounds really serious and very interesting. I was not expecting that from a film that includes the soundtrack. That's interesting. Millennium Eye. Very cool. Very cool. New name, not familiar. You switched up the tagline to Amityville Horrors one. Lol. Oh, interesting. I don't know what I did. I think I messed up, or maybe they messed up. I don't know what messed up, but thank you, Millennium Eye, for joining the chat. Sean Fox is here. Hey, DJ and crew. Hope you're all been well. We have been well. I think so. I think I'm doing okay. I don't know. Feel free to chime in and critique me in the chat. Kevin says, I heard that musical version of Titanic really sank at the box office. God, again with the jokes. I like these guys. I like them. Internet user says, Titanic the musical, does someone break out into song as they're freezing to death? Could be. Lots of things. Lots of options. I don't think it's based on the James Cameron movie at all, because there's a lot of scenes that you could spin into musical scenes. Posty, I'm on the Whole Grains Films website, and it's very charming. Do they embrace the silliness of their name, or do they just completely play it straight? Gus Amoretti, be honest, DJ, This is the pile of garbage of the new release list. Well, I don't know which movie he's talking about, but harsh, man. Dan's Den says Hearts and Minds, incredible, controversial when it was the best documentary award back then from the older branch of the Academy. Interesting. I don't know how Dan's Den knows all this stuff, but I always appreciate the facts. Ethan Edwards says that Aki Kaurismäki is one of the greatest living filmmakers. That makes me even more excited to watch that one. Interesting. How many films does he have in the collection? Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious to see if he has other films in the collection. He probably does, and I've probably seen them, and I'm probably familiar with them, and I just didn't realize they were his. Oh, he does! That's amazing! Oh, sorry, I'm on Criterion. Let me switch it over for you guys. So this is one that I've already wanted. This is on the top of my watch list. This is a newer film, because you said living director, so that makes sense. This is Le Havre. This is a film by the same director. Not exactly sure how to pronounce the name. And I can't remember why this one got on my radar. I think it's because of this actor here. This old man actor. I think he's in a film that I like from earlier in his career, and he came back to play this character. This film sounds amazing. This is a 2011 film, very recent, from France. And so interesting. So France, and I'm assuming the director's Finnish, and he just makes his movies from France, makes French films. So this one sounds cool. I was aware of this director a little bit because I really want to get this movie. I'm going to have to order it to my store, though, because nobody carries this one. I've never seen this one in store. I've only seen it online. So that's cool. That ties that together. So I'm excited to check out that one, and maybe I'll get this one as well if I like that one. Let me know. Let me know, guys, if that sounds like something that I would like, because it did. The synopsis intrigued me. He's also got some Eclipse series. So he's very much involved in the Criterion Collection. Very cool. I also like the artwork on this Other Side of Hope. That looks cool. This is a director I need to be more aware of. Thank you, Ethan, for making that connection for me. And of course, the chat goes flying up and I have to find it again. Posty, La Vie de Bohème is very good. I love his sense of humor. Okay, that settles it. I got to get these movies. John Melhigh, DJ, you should watch some of his movies. Curious what you think. I should. And I'm going to watch that first one from 2011. And then I'll probably move on to the other one if I like it. Kevin, even more thanks. I've taken note of all of these. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's why we do this. I do this for me so I can stay more informed on what's coming out. I do it for you so you guys can stay informed. And I do it, just so we can have a good time and talk each week. I like it. I can't get enough videos. With my full-time job and my family and my kids, I can't make as many videos as I want to make. These are just nice laid-back streams where I can just talk to you guys. It gets a video up, and it's also just a good time every Monday night. So it's a good compromise. It's a good compromise. I don't have to edit. I don't have to do all that stuff. I can just hop on and talk to you guys. Jeffrey Pachon says, I love Don Siegel. That is definitely something I'm looking forward to. Riot in Cell Block 11. There you go. It's available. Get it while it lasts. Ethan Edwards says the Eclipse label put out Kaurismäki's Proletariat trilogy on DVD. That is a good starting point for him. And yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's right here on my screen. I love Eclipse. I would love to get that one as well. Roland666 Caligula 4K is a Diabolique DVD exclusive. Interesting. I wasn't aware they were doing exclusives. I know they have a new partnership with Deaf Crocodile, which is very cool. But no, thanks for that. That's cool. I'm interested in Caligula. Never seen it, but I've seen that box set. It looks crazy. Gus says, I can't wait to see your haul video tomorrow, DJ. I need more recommendations. Well, you got it, man. Stay tuned. Internet user, I ordered the 4K of Blood Simple on Amazon, and it should get here in about 3 weeks. Well, here it is. It came to me. No, I actually got this from the store. Actually, Grace got this from the store, and I can't wait to check it out. Very, very cool. I was actually just talking about the Coen Brothers today with a guy at work. He lives in Fargo because we all work from home. So he was telling us about, I don't even remember how we started talking about it. Somebody said You Betcha. Somebody actually tried to use You Betcha like seriously in a conversation. So I had to hit him with a Fargo gif. And then we started talking about Coen Brothers movies. And he says he lives in Fargo, and at their visitor center, they have the actual wood chipper still that was in the film. You can take pictures with it, and it's very violent and gruesome and very weird to have at a visitor center. But seem pretty cool, and I enjoy talking about Coen Brothers movies with them, and I can't wait to watch Blood Simple. Haven't seen that one yet, and I'm looking forward to it. Jeffrey Patron, would you recommend Touch as an Elmore Leonard adaptation? I've been getting into his work recently and picked up 4 adaptations of his from Kino Lorber, like Joe, Kid, and Stick. I can't tell you, man. I can't tell you yet if I recommend it because I haven't seen it yet. Haven't had a chance to watch it. I was going through the cinematograph releases in order, but then I got distracted with Musical May, and now I'm distracted with Criterion stuff and summer movies, so I got to get back to those eventually. But once I see Touch, I'll be sure to let you know, Jeffrey, what I think of it. CG Anime Fan, I haven't seen the films that are coming out tomorrow, so I haven't had anything to add despite being here from the beginning. Well, thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. Whatever you do, like button, comment, anything. It's all appreciated. No worries if you don't have anything to add. Posty, they do embrace their silliness. This is only their 2nd release. I wish them success. Oh, Whole Grains, only 2 releases deep. That's pretty cool. I love supporting small little Blu-ray labels like Deaf Crocodile, which came up several times on the stream. I was looking at my releases, and I have 12 Deaf Crocodile releases, and there's only like 22. So I was tempted to like try to get those last 10 because I'm pretty much almost caught up. But they're expensive. They're very pricey on eBay. Baloney, how many Disney Haley Mills films do you have, and did you get The Parent Trap? I don't know who Haley Mills is. Is that the director? I have The Parent Trap. It's back there in the DMC exclusive section on the yellow shelf. But I don't know what else they have directed. Should I look that up real quick? I'm not. Haley Mills. Oh, you're talking about the original Parent Trap. Yes, I do have the original Parent Trap back there, but I don't think I have any other films by that director. So thanks. Parent Trap is not a film I know the director of. I enjoyed that film. That was one that Grace showed it to me when we first started dating. It was a big childhood film for her. So yeah, I'll have to look. I've heard of Pollyanna, but I do not own any of those other films. Gus Amoretti, are you getting the new cinematograph title number 6, DJ? I have to, dude. I'm behind. I don't even have 5 yet. Touch is the last one I got. I don't have the last 2. I gotta get them. I don't know, man. There's so much stuff. There's too much stuff to keep track of. Criterion's taking all my money this month. Hopefully I can grab those 2. Hopefully they don't go out of print before I do. But yeah, I gotta grab those 2. I gotta keep going with the cinematograph line. Senior Sticks, when you first tattoo? Never first tattoo. I am not a tattoo guy. Grace is. She has several of them. I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't think I could ever be. I change my mind too much, and I'm like a perfectionist, and I would always want to tweak it. I can't stick with something. I mean, look, I couldn't even stick with a channel name for like after 2 years. I changed it. So I don't think I'll ever be able to get a tattoo. Sorry to disappoint. Senior Sticks, does Titanic the musical work on ice? $1 million idea. Take it to Disney right now. Swifty Police is here. How you doing? How in the world does your state keep electing? I have no idea. What? I don't know. What? I just talk movies. I'm not involved. I just talk movies. That's all I do. WI Watch Guy. Le Havre is a city in France. Interesting. And Ethan says it's a better starting point. Good. All good things. All good things. I'm excited to check that one out. Roland666 says Severn Films sale Friday. Of course there is. Of course. Dan's Den says, is Monsieur Hire that film you were thinking of? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. The stream, the chat has moved up so far. I don't know. I don't remember which one you were talking about. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Ethan Edwards, I love Wood Chipper Snow Globe from the letterboxes. Evil Wax 73. She was also in Pollyanna. Okay, so you're talking about the actress from Parent Trap. I gotcha. No, I haven't. I've only seen the Parent Trap from her, and that's the only one I have in the collection. All right, let's wrap this up. Any final words that you want to put in? Let the world know what you're thinking. Swifty Police is back. Dan's Den is here. People saying goodbye. Connor's popping out. Dan's Den says the Titanic musical is skating on thin ice. Kevin House, you should get a tattoo of the Criterion C. That'd be actually pretty cool. What if they change their logo, though? Like, they've already done it once. I mean, they're probably not going to change it again. They've been sold on the wacky sea forever. But yeah. Interesting. Stay tuned. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'll get a Criterion C logo on my chest. I don't know where I'll get it. That's a great idea. Logging that one away for later. No Borders just popped in. Paris, Texas has a new 4K restoration Criterion coming. Thank you for bringing that up. John, if you're still here in the chat, somebody just left a comment earlier letting me know that Paris, Texas, they said, don't let John get Paris, Texas on Blu-ray because it's coming to 4K soon. So, John, maybe hold off. Maybe watch it on the channel for now and hold off because there should be a 4K coming soon, hopefully from Criterion. I think Janice is the one who did the restoration, so it's a good sign it's going to be getting a release soon. Posty, when you want to get into a new filmmaker, what's your strategy? Great question here at the end here. I try to avoid starting with their best film, so there's for sure room to go up. That's a great question. Oh, I wish I had some time to think about it. I have only gone through a couple directors' complete filmographies. I did it with Guillermo del Toro. I did it with Wes Anderson. I did it with Jacques Tati. Yeah, that's great because you don't want to start with their best one. Yeah, it's just been different every time. With Guillermo del Toro, I just watched the ones that I had, and then I had to hunt down the other ones. Wes Anderson was kind of all over the place. I didn't really have any order to it. Jacques Tati is probably the closest because I started with Monsieur Hulot's Holiday, and then I went in order. Chronological is probably the best way to go. I think there's a lot of benefits to going chronological. I started with Monsieur Hulot's Holiday, which is his first Monsieur Hulot film, and then I went through the rest of his filmography, and then I had to go back to his first film, which is Jour de Fête before Holiday, and that worked out great. I liked it that way. I kind of wish I had started and gone through completely chronological, but it just so happened to work out that way. We were doing a podcast on that first Monsieur Hulot film, so I think that's probably the best way to do it. I would go chronological. You got the problem sometimes, though, like with René Laloux, Fantastic Planet. I just went through all 3 of his feature films, and you start with his best one, and then you go down. They're not as good. They're still great, but the animation's not as good as Fantastic Planet. So I would go chronological for most directors. You just have to, sometimes their debut's their best film, and they don't get to that peak again. But yeah, I think chronological is the best way to do that. Let me know if anyone disagrees with me, but I think that's a good way to go. An internet user says, I'm staring at my Criterion copy of Mona Lisa. Well, watch it, man. What are you doing? Put it in the player. Stop watching me and go watch Mona Lisa. Incredible film. Love that one. Bailey Walsh, the Titanic musical actually came out before the James Cameron film. What? Ooh, you're blowing my mind right now. That's insane. That's crazy. Well, then it has more... Then I don't know. I guess it has more of a right to exist. It's not just a cash grab. It's actually an artistic piece, I have to say. Baloney, Titanic on ice, nobody sinks. They just slide away. Great. Excellent. I hope we never run out of Titanic on ice jokes. WI Watch Guy, watch the new Beverly Hills Cop. Don't think it'll get a Criterion release. I agree. I concur. I don't think it will either. Josh Noel, you mentioned you aren't into sports, but are you into sports-themed movies? Not really. I am not. There's a few here and there. Like, I like the original Rocky. That might be it. I'm not a big sports movie guy. Hard for me to get invested. My wife is. My wife loves sports. She grew up in a sports town. She went to a sports college. Huge sports fan. She tries to show me sports movies. She's like, yeah, we're gonna watch Remember the Titans. We're gonna watch. What else did she show me? I don't know. Some sports movies here and there. They're fine. I'm not a huge fan. Internet user calling it Del Toro's Kronos is getting a 4K in October. That'd be awesome. I love Kronos. It's a top 3 Guillermo del Toro movie. Top 4 for me. I love that one. Excellent. Eva Wax, and that's a great debut. So is Paris, Texas going to be an actual 4K or just a restoration? The restorations aren't proper 4Ks. Well, it already has a Blu-ray, so I assume if they're going through the trouble of doing that, then they're probably going to release a 4K disc. Who knows? Don't quote me on that. That's just the scuttlebutt. Watch Guy, Paris, Texas, if you look at Criterion Blu-rays, you can see somewhere transferred to 4K, so you know which ones to wait for. And then Bailey Walsh, LOL, I actually totally missed how the Titanic musical came up, but the chat is having a good time with it. Yeah, it's coming out on Blu-ray. That's why it came up. We talked about it earlier. It's crazy. bananas. Henry says, I'm not a sports person, but I love the doc Hoop Dreams. Yeah, that's one I got to check out. I've heard nothing but great things about that one as well. Dundies is here, searching for Bobby Fischer and the Beach. Should get a 4K Criterion release. Neither have a Blu-ray release currently. Interesting. And welcome to the stream. I've not said your name before. What Dundies are you referring to? You're referring to The Office Dundies? Because I freaking love The Office. I got no joke, but I love The Office. It's great. Hard Copy Blues is here. Also, welcome to the stream. Another new name. I picked up Elephant Man and Eraserhead today. Expect 4Ks. Oh no. The dreaded double dip. The dreaded... Dude, I'm with you, man. It's happened to me so many times. Right when I buy the Blu-ray, I feel like I'm the guinea pig. Because right when I buy the Blu-ray, it seems like happened with Dreams. It happened with The Red Shoes. It's happened with so many things that I've kind of given up on buying things. I don't even double dip anymore. I'm just like, I'm sticking with my Blu-ray. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Let's wrap it up here with one final comment. John Malhai, they just screened Paris, Texas at the Film Fest in Bologna last month. That usually means there's a new physical release coming soon. Well, stay tuned, John. I don't think it's going to be out in time by the time you write your 80s book, but if you want to get the physical release, hold on a little bit longer. Dundee says, yep, it was inspired by The Office. Great, good. That's how I want to end it. That's how I'm going to end the stream tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had a lot of new releases to get through and a ton of comments and questions from you guys in the chat. And it was very, very good time. I quite enjoyed it. Really appreciate all the engagement tonight. And I will be seeing you throughout the rest of the week. Got a couple more videos coming up. I've already shot a Criterion Corner podcast with my co-host Connor, and that will be edited and up shortly. But before that, I'm going to get a brand new Criterion sale haul video up in just the next couple days. And I also have a video planned. I'm going to be doing a Criterion recommendation video, my first one. I'm going to hopefully get that shot this week and get that up for you in the next week or so. So stay tuned. Lots of Criterion content coming up for the rest of the week. Thanks again to all you guys in the chat. And until next time, keep collecting. And I'll be back with the real... I completely forgot my outro. It's finally happened. 33 live shows in. Until next time, keep collecting, and I'll be back with another one real soon.